everybody, my name's Penny and this is Penny Pincher's Budgets, and this is a video that's kind of out of the norm, but I just needed to talk to someone and you guys are my go-to. My husband doesn't understand finances. My daughter, I can't talk to her about finances because she has her own struggles. And I really don't care to try and talk to anybody else about it, you know. But anyway, just a little rewind on yesterday. So yesterday, you guys know I am trying to hit Belk hard, okay? And you know that this last month, my bill's due on the 14th. And my bill was $248. Okay, $248. So that is, I paid $52 extra towards that bill. So I paid $300 instead of $248. And so yesterday I thought, well, I'm going to call and see what my balance is. Now, the previous balance was $74.01. When I called, my balance was $72.72. Now, $74.01 minus your $300 would give you $71.01, which is what I thought my balance would be, at least here around that. But it was $72.72. So, so if you take $74.01 and subtract $72.72, that equals $129. So the $300 that I sent in for that payment, only $129 of that went towards the balance. Okay? Now, if I hadn't sent the extra money, only about 70 something would have went towards the balance. But y'all, I was literally in tears. No joke. Like, I absolutely started crying. I called them and I asked them, I said, why is it not going down? You know, I paid extra money towards that. Well, it's your interest. Okay, I understand that. But if I pay extra money, why is that money, you know, why is that money being, the interest coming out of that money, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If I paid my minimum payment on the 14th and then a week later, if I paid another $100, are they gonna take interest out of that $100? That's what I couldn't get them to tell me. Now, they did say that they take the balance at the end of the month, and that's how they calculate the interest. Now, the interest is $177, so $177 out of the $300, you know. Yeah, I was literally in tears, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. They'll get what I send them, and that's it. But then I slept on it, and I thought, you know, I'm going to try and make some changes. I got up this morning, and I was watching this girl on YouTube. I wish I could remember what her name was. It was Ash Cash. Budgeting and Saving with Ash Cash or something like that. Now, she goes through all her thing, and she's like over $200,000 in debt. And I'm like, and here I'm crying over $7,000. Oh, so anyway, I got my book out, I got my pad out, and I started kind of trying to brainstorm. And I'm going to show you guys what I came up with. And you'll see here where I scratched everything out. Because yesterday I called them potentially to pay an extra $81 towards this. And then when they told me that, I was like, nope, I can use that somewhere else. But I slept on it. And this morning watching this girl on YouTube, excuse me for a second. I have got heartburn really bad this morning. Watching Ash on YouTube and seeing her trying to figure hers out. I mean, she had like 18 different debts, y'all. I've got 5, not counting medical. And I'm just letting the medical play out. This is more of a talking video. So if you're not interested in that, you know, I'm sorry, but I've got to talk myself through this. So what I did is I sat down and I wrote all my debt out. Now, back in March, okay, you see I had rooms to go, okay? I paid that off in March. And the reason I'm writing them down here now is because I need to see it, okay? I need to see what I have accomplished, okay? So, rooms to go, it was $36 a month. The bill was a little less than $2,000, I think, the balance. And then I went ahead and I paid it off. I paid a chunk, okay? So then I had TJX. It was $62.50 a month. Same scenario. It was a little over $1,000. Paid it off in April of this year, okay? After that, Synchrony. Our refrigerator went out. And now at this time, I was still working my regular job. No, I wasn't. I had just broken my elbow. I was off on medical leave. Our refrigerator went out. This is in January. This is when everything went to hell. I'm sorry, but it went to hell. I broke my arm. Refrigerator went out. Car broke down. Everything, anything and everything pretty much happened. So, I went online. Luckily, I've got decent credit, okay? Went online and I told my husband, I said, if we're going to get a refrigerator, I'm getting a stove too, because my stove was so old. So I got a stove and refrigerator for about $2,100, okay? Payments was $119.77, and I paid those off. I paid it off in March. Now we got it in January. I went on and paid it off in March. I got rid of that bill. Okay, so those are the 3 that I have paid off, or we have paid off this year, okay? Now brings us to this ugly thing, Belk. Now, a little story behind Belk. A lot of time, to build my credit, I would get these little cards like this. And I would go and buy something, pay it off. You know, you could use these cards at restaurants. You can use these cards at clothing stores, any clothing store, not just Belk. We use this, the majority of this debt was medical bills, okay? My husband, when we got married in 2019, shortly after that, we found out he had cancer in his leg, okay? So he had to go through chemo, radiation, all that stuff. Major surgeries. His body looks like Frankenstein, basically, because they cut him just to do plastic surgery, just to fill the hole in his leg because it would not heal. That's where the majority of this came from. we did not have any other financial way of paying for any of that, okay? So I had $8,000 limit, so we used the Belk card for that, okay? Now, with these being paid off, they total, the minimum balances total $217.77. I'm going to start taking the $217.77 and any other extra income that I can get and put it towards Belk, okay? By doing that, the minimum I'm going to be paying is $470 a month. So if I pay $470 a month, I can have this paid off in September of next year, okay? Excuse me. Now, right now, I am just basing our income on, like, the budget, $750 a week, okay? There's going to be times it's going to be more, but my goal is to bring home at least $375 a week through Uber, okay? That's, if I bring something else home through something else, then that's a plus. That's going to go and help with this. My husband, he pays his half, which is the other $375. And then he's got his own two little bills that he has to pay out of what's left of his money, okay? So if I pay the $470 a month, I'm going to do an Avalanche. This started out as a snowball, but I'm turning it into an Avalanche. I'm doing the biggest ones first, which actually my biggest one is my house and then my car. But I don't worry about the car and house right now. We're not worrying about that. We're getting these high interest things off. So if I do the $470 a month, I think it's 15 months. Belk will be paid off. I had it set up to where I wanted it paid off by October of next year. So by doing this, it'll be paid off a month earlier than what I expected. And like I said, I'm going to try and throw a little extra if I can here and there. Then there's Green Sky. Green Sky is our windows. My house was built in 86. No. Yes, no. It was built in, yes, 86. It was built in 86. I moved into this house in 91, so I've lived here 32 years or more. Long time. Green Sky's windows. We finally had windows put all through the house back in like 2015, 17, somewhere around in there. Now that bill is $175.17. I'm not sure what the interest is on it, but it's not moving either, so I'm pretty sure the interest is a little high on it. So once this is paid off, I'm going to keep paying the minimum payments here, okay? So by the time Belk is paid off, that $470 is going to drop down, and that'll be a $645 payment towards Green Sky, which it would get paid off by June of 2026. I would like to see it gone before then, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Alright, so then we've got Home Depot. Now Home Depot, it's not big. Could I do it first and knock it out? Yes. But the interest rate on this one is a lot higher than this one. At least when I make a payment on Home Depot, I can see some fluctuation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to start paying them a couple of days ahead of time because when I did call them yesterday to see what my balance was. When I pay on the 1st, and that's the day it's due, they say that that payment is going in on the 1st, you know. But it doesn't process for 3 days later. So I think they're charging me late fee. So anyway, I will continue to pay this balance Now this balance does go down as you pay this, but I'm going to keep paying this balance because I call this in, so I can pay whatever I want. So, and I may even do 125, okay? But I'm going to continue paying this balance, and then once that's paid off, that will fall down $766 towards the $3688, which will not be $3688. It'll be like $1,800. It would get paid off like 2 months after Green Sky, August of 26. And then there's my car and my house. I'm not really worried about these right now. I'm seriously thinking about taking my car and seeing if I can't trade it in on something where I can have a little cheaper payments, a lower balance. I'm thinking about it, okay? Once he gets the truck back, more than likely I am going to start looking into that. But with this, if I kept that car and at that payment, once Home Depot's paid off in 26, I can bring that 766 down with the 452, making my payments $1,218 a month towards the car, which it would be paid off in October of 2027. About 2.5 years. Okay. Same thing with the house. I wasn't even going to go this far, but same thing with the house. We only owe $58,874, and I see this drop every time a payment's made. Okay? If I keep doing this Avalanche, it's going to be $1,218 plus the $881, which brings us to a $2,099 a month payment. It would be paid off in February of 2030, which is about 6.5 years. So this is what I've came up with as far as trying to get that down. I feel like if I can do this, $470 a month towards Belk, this will drop tremendously and a lot quicker. So from here on out, this channel is going to be a lot about debt payoff, okay? I have decided also, if I can find the paper I was writing on, I have also decided to, and these are my talking points, guys. I know I've been talking the whole time, but I wanted to explain to you guys what July is bringing, okay? Because all of this is going to start in July. July things will change, okay? This will be a debt-free journey channel. You guys can follow me and watch me on my journey, watch the numbers go down. I love watching videos like that. I really do. I like seeing the progress that people make. Just checking my phone because my battery was low. So, starting in July, I want to focus more on the debt. Not completely now, because I have other things that need to be taken care of. So, I'm going to focus more on debt. My savings videos are going to consist of my Monday minis, my Saturday scratch-offs, but they're going to be bi-weekly, which means every other week I will do Monday. If I'm doing a Monday one week, if you see that video, then you know the next week it's going to be a Saturday scratch-off. The reason I'm doing this is because I can put $40 to Monday minis instead of $20. And then the following week, I can put the $40 to the Saturday scratch-offs, okay? It'll help me, I think, finish the challenges a lot quicker and get the money where it needs to be a lot quicker, okay? So every other week, I'll be doing my Monday minis and my scratch-offs, okay? Now, each week I'm going to do my quick wins, which is I'm only going to stuff $10 each time. Now my quick wins, and let me show you this, okay? If I can pick it up. This is my Monday mini binder. This binder funds these 3 binders, okay? So that's why I'm keeping that. Let's see if I can get them back in there. Okay, that binder funds those 3. My Saturday scratch off, all of these challenges in here, they all go to debt. So every time I complete that, it goes to debt. Now, my Wednesday quick wins, that $10 each week, you guys have seen me play it a couple of times now. They fill up pretty quick. So that money is going to my grocery stockpile. Now, I feel like that is going to help me as far as my variables. That's my grocery stockpile. And my car maintenance, I may end up putting, excuse me guys, I may end up putting my gas envelope in there. And I made a couple of challenges for gas that will go into my minis, my Monday minis. So I will have my quick wins, my minis, and my scratch offs to do. So there will be like a total of 4 videos each week, one on Monday or Saturday. No, actually 3. Either my Monday or Saturday that week, my Wednesday quick wins, and my Sunday check-in. Sunday check-ins is going to be weekly. This is where I set up for the following week as far as any bills that need to be paid, my variables, you know, all that stuff. Now, there may be some savings off camera because I do my savings with Judy on Sunday, and all of that I'm going to start letting it go to debt. Also, I'll probably start doing my no spend in July. Now, I will keep track of it and check in on Sunday like I was before, but that money, that's at least $30 a week that will go towards debt, okay? So my budget for each week for this channel is $80, okay? So the budget hasn't changed, it's just the videos have. I'm not doing my Friday videos anymore, and I know my grandson loves it, but he's still not going to miss out. I will let him do Wednesday quick wins, any of these. He can do the Saturday scratch off on the Saturdays that he's here. He can still participate. But like I said, worst case scenario, my budget for the week would be $750 a week. Okay? So I think that'll do it. That is, I think 1,500. We'll do it times 4. No, let's do that again. Yeah, that's 3,000. 750 and 756, 3,000 a month. And I think my bills, I'm in the green at, it's like 2,600, I believe, something like that. But yeah, that is what I'm gonna do. And with the 400 left over, that's what, you know, 80 of it goes here each week. And then you still got 20, 40, 60, 80 more that can go, I don't know, anywhere else, because these are funding my variables, any sinking funds that I need, and debt. So, yeah, this is what I've came up with, and I hope that it works. I'm sure gonna try and make it work. I hope you guys stick around with me and keep following. Like I said, it's just small changes. It's nothing big. But this debt has got to go. I cannot sit here and stress over it. I feel like my stress-free days are gone, and I want them to stay gone. And I'm not going to stress over having to pay that much interest towards a bill. So, with that being said, you guys, thank y'all for joining in. And I want you to know I appreciate all the feedback you guys give me. This is what helps me to come to my decisions. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. It's not all about this, but for the month of July, we're going to focus on this quite a bit, but I'm still going to be doing my challenges. Okay? So, with that being said, I'm going to jump off here. You guys have a great day. I hope you've had a good Monday and all that good stuff. And yeah, just give me your feedback. Any small criticisms, I have no problem with. This is how we learn. This is how we build ourselves and grow with the channel. So if you guys have made it this far, leave me, I don't know, some praying hands. Leave me a praying hand. There's my rock with my cross on it. Leave me some praying hands. All right? And you guys have a great week. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.